And we're live.
I see the red light.
Yeah, I'm sure you have a few times.
Yeah, you're supposed to stop it. It's questionable.
Depends what you're referring to as red lights.
I haven't been to your neck of the woods, so no.
Yeah.
Hey, Mel.
Hi, Mel.
Hi, Mel. You all right, Lee?
Hey, Lee.
Hi, Lee. Turn it down.
So how is everybody this week?
Melting.
I'll say overheated. I think it's the general term for everybody.
I've been melting. There's nothing worse than when you're at work picking items for delivery and you're stopped in your track by a bead of sweat dribbling down between your thumb cheeks. That kind of stops you in your track.
That's a hell of a mental image for everybody at the beginning of the show, Craig. I'm sure everybody appreciated that.
That's all right. Sharing is caring.
I got in my car on Tuesday and it's decided it's an air fryer.
Mm.
Well, see, if you hadn't left all the VG in the boot, you wouldn't have had that issue, Bill.
No, I'm not joking. My car's decided it's a fucking air fryer.
I like that one. I like that one.
Hey up, Martin.
Hi, Martin.
Hey, Martin.
Yes, thank you, Martin. I did see that.
All I'm going to
And
say
Steve
is,
Fox was nice as well, I believe.
all I'm going to say is, fuck football, fuck Scotland. Hold on, before you start giving me that look. Fuck England.
I'm not giving you that.
Just fuck all football because I'm sick of seeing it.
Mm.
I mean,
Sorry, Martin. I know you like it. I was
scrolling TikTok earlier, and there was somebody from England that was over here for the World Cup and said they were in a bar during one of the America matches. Said, the funny part is they had it on the TV, and not whatever goal America scored was like earlier on in the match. Not a single American even noticed they scored. It's like, how are you not excited? Because we don't. It's not a big sport over here. No one pays attention.
No, it's not. I wish it wasn't here.
Dude, I wish American football wasn't as big as it is here.
Every
My God, dude.
television advert, every program, every fucking 2 minutes, football.
Yep.
Please, all right. There's people who like football. That's fine. That's fine. If you like football, cool. Go and watch it. Okay. Not everybody has to.
Well, Matt, like when I got that Osiris Tank section made, guy goes, "Are you a Bengals fan? Is that for the colors?" I'm like, "No, I just like fucking orange and black, man."
The only thing I've liked watching is like the fact that Americans really don't know how to react to European football chants. You really haven't got a clue, have you?
No.
Other European drinkers, yeah.
And you definitely haven't got a clue about Scottish drinking.
Hi, Steve.
Well, they do now. They ran out of beer.
Yeah, but they left all the Bud Light.
Hey, Steve.
Yeah, we'll drink everything else, but we won't drink the Bud Light or Coors Light. We ain't drinking that
Right.
shit. Well, what's the point? It's like drinking. I mean, it's just, that's no alcohol in it.
Well, compared to most of your stuff, American beer doesn't have alcohol anyway.
I think the Americans got a bit of a shock of.
I mean, you got to think a sessionable IPA over here is like 2%.
America kind of got a bit of a reality check of what drinking really is.
Yeah, because they couldn't drink anymore and they went sober, so then more beer to drink.
Yeah, just your normal.
I saw that, Martin.
Everyday bitter in the pub is normally about between 3.8 and 4.2. And if you go to the slightly heaviers, like the rubies that I like, you go to anywhere between 5 and 6.
Exactly, Steve.
Yeah,
I'm not.
but they always have gambled responsibly. Yeah.
I'm a rugby fan, right? So the Six
Mhm.
Nations, World Cup, all that, that's me.
Mhm.
But even if
Yeah.
they were doing that every 2 seconds on the
Would get
TV,
old.
it's like, okay, we know.
Well, Matt, the think about it is the same crowd as when you have political elections in every country.
Oh,
It is so
Mm.
relentlessly mind-numbing, and I don't know if you probably get it somewhat over here, but this person bashing this person ads gets so annoying over here. They're
No.
horrible.
no, we don't get that.
We
Some
don't
of
get
We
it.
get it bad. We get it really. I'll have to tell the kids like, come on during elections. I'll be like, just ignore the commercial. Like, I'll mute the TV because like Trenton being autistic to repeating shit. Well, this person stands for this, and he's a bad person. Because I'm like, stop watching the political ads. They're not telling you the truth.
It's
Mm.
bullshit.
Mm-hmm. And that's
Mm.
tell the 12-year-old, hey, you don't watch a commercial because it's lying to you.
Yeah, one of the good things in this country is we might get one or two political broadcasts in a year.
Well, it's always followed by, well, I so and so approved this message, and they say all kinds of horrible shit.
Oh, yeah, we've
no.
seen it.
No, in this country, they're not allowed to do that.
I wish they weren't.
No.
It's so freaking annoying.
The only time they can do that is in direct head-to-head political debate.
To where you're face to face and you have a rebuttal and everything else.
And there are only 3 of those for the general election.
Would they call it
Mhm.
debate? I call it 2 morons in a room talking bollocks.
Arguing.
Well, that's more accurate.
I mean, it's definitely 2 Muppets arguing.
He's gone back to Beaker again.
It's a
Mhm.
political role model.
Exactly, Lee. A masturbate.
But the thing is, we only get 6 weeks of it before the general election.
Mm.
That's it.
It honestly, some years, because of the way they time things, it almost feels year round. And you'll hit those slow periods where you don't have election bullshit. It's like, oh, this is nice.
While we're on this subject of wankers, what does anybody think of Andy Burnham?
Wanker.
Mm.
Oh, sorry.
That's a very descriptive answer. I just think it's jumping from the pan to the fire, personally.
Yeah.
And
I
I
don't
also
see Andy Burnham being any better than Starmer was.
of course it's not, because of the people that they've got backing them, behind them, the scenes.
Yeah.
We all know it's going to go wrong. We all know.
Why does he look like his part-time job is at like an evangelist super church?
It should be Van Nee. It should be go to a general election, and it should be open to everybody. In my opinion. Oh, I agree. Total prick. Who is under investigation by Greater Manchester Police, apparently, for embezzlement of funds from a housing thing.
Already?
Mm.
No, he's been under that for a while.
All right. I just don't follow it
So
because
he'll be a good political leader, won't he?
Well, think about it. Nowadays, it's kind of prerequisite to have some kind of, criminal history to get into office. So it might be a shoo-in right there.
Mm.
Anybody think you don't like him, Lee?
Yeah, yeah, I get the feeling. I might be wrong, but
Before everybody descends into a mass kill all Labour candidates, which I personally would love to,
I don't know. I said this the other night in our chat. I'm amazed. I actually quite like the MP for my area, who is Labour.
Yeah. As Lee just said, the firm which his wife is CEO of, no link, who's been awarded £5 million by him.
Oh, was that in Greater Manchester there?
Yeah.
If you watch Guy, it's a fucking second name's gone out the eye. Grimsby biker Guy
Martin.
Guy Martin on one of his programs did a thing on can you make a house basically so heat proof ecologically, can you run it without it costing? Thank you, Bundy. Can you do it? Well, one of the people they had on there was Andy Burnham talking about this, and it's his company. It was him that was talking about it, and he was on about how they were going to do these modular build houses, and they were going to award them possibly to this housing, blah, 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 this company that is run out of Liverpool by a lot of them being ex-cons. Nothing wrong with that. And it turns out it's her company.
Well, Matt, that's like over here. You notice that there was certain government deals that went through that funded a certain American company, and out of nowhere, Trump's son had a lot of shares in that company like a week before they were granted all that money.
Strange that, isn't it?
Timing, timing.
Well, what we're on about his orangeness.
His orangeness.
The
tangerine American. Got to be politically correct.
I need to buy some more hard drives for storage because I seem to have run out of storage. Don't I? But the price of storage.
That porn collection is getting too big.
I say he's getting towards the end of that side of the internet.
My porn collection of known porn has got a bit excessive, I admit.
The unknown bit's the scary part.
Hey, everybody has to have a passion. Mine is known porn. It's only a small collection. But it's hard drives, okay?
But he's running short on it.
Yeah. It's hard drives, and the price of hard drives has gone through the roof, partly because of AI centers buying up all the hard drives.
And the funny part is, even though a lot of it's over here buying up all the hard drives, the price for over here, I think it was a terabyte I looked at the other day, wasn't even a horrible price over here. Well, yet. But
the
guys' prices have like tripled instantly.
The issue you've got in America is that you're buying up all the hard drives for the AI data centers, which are not needed
at all.
And your power system can't run it.
Well, let's also keep back to the clean drinking water for people. That's not important. We'll let that get toxic and everything just as an offshoot of the data centers.
Yeah, but in half your states, it's already toxic.
Yeah, but at least at that point, it looked clear to where at least you didn't realize how bad it was.
Cyanide looks clear in a bottle, but I won't want to drink it. Okay, let's get back on the subject of what we're meant to be talking about. Or semi on the subject, which is heat and how it affects medication and dealing with heat when you're suffering with illnesses.
Yeah. A major problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking into it yesterday before about how much the heat index can affect your blood sugar even. And how fast you metabolize,
Well, it does in your case
Yeah.
because of the. I mean, the difference is corn syrup is the way corn syrup is
Metabolizes.
digested to sugar.
I would say right. It breaks down a whole different way.
There's a major issue. Of course, America doesn't have things like water.
One of the
And
things, all the giant bottled water companies over here, and then of course, it was about a month ago, we had a giant bottled water recall for contamination.
Yeah.
We've also had a recall for almost every single.
You should be drinking something that size per day.
Oh yeah.
I'm easily doing that.
Oh, trust me. Like that's why I usually carry around a gallon jug of water. Like at work, especially, I will kill at least half that a day in a 10-hour day, being in that heat.
That is 700 ml. I'll get through 3 of those a day.
And that's just the coconut custard, everybody.
No, that is just water with electrolyte in it.
Yeah.
Oh no, we go through far more coconut custard than that in a day. You want to talk about it? But the problem is as Van Lee said, well, Van Lee, that's got to be Steve. Gotta be. The problem is that your insulin, especially if it's not stable, becomes even more unstable.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm so careful about the times I eat, what I eat, making sure I have the right stuff that's going to, keep my sugars proper for enough time. And like Bill said, electrolyte water constantly.
Mm.
But I'm drinking a couple of liters of electrolyte water. This last week, I've been drinking probably 3.5 liters.
I can imagine what I'll go through this next week with the heat index going up over here. It'll probably be damn near my new American gallon. So what, 3 3/4 liter? But I'll probably kill an American gallon at least a day.
Mm.
Yeah, but I also have that one as well that I've been draining every day. That's 1.5 liters.
Mm.
Plus coffee.
Yeah, plus coffee.
Well, is it really coffee anymore? Or is it just high-powered espresso?
No, it's coffee.
Look, don't mock the way Bill and I make coffee. We make coffee properly.
Mm.
Yeah, it's strong enough it'll stain your finger if you spill it.
Stain your fingers. It stains the whole fucking worktop. You can re-dye the worktop if you want.
Also,
See, if you make a mistake, you spill your coffee first thing in the morning, just keep on staining.
I think it's how it makes you feel, though, Martin. The heat, how the heat affects you, and certain medications are definitely affected by heat. Certainly, certain meds are definitely. But well, I don't know whether they are scientifically proven, Martin. But there's certain medications that both Bill and I take that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I can only go on what it makes us feel, how it makes you feel.
Yeah, it's
honestly,
mirtazapine definitely dehydrates you.
Yeah, the past few probably week, I've been feeling rough as fuck. Really hard.
I'm sure, like I said, between the heat and your medications, the level of exhaustion and everything, the drain has just got to be horrible every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
like
great.
The other day, you went to go leave and Lily got up and went, nope, not happening, because it was that muggy and that hot out.
I'm getting through 2 liters of liquid per day more than I was a month ago. I'm going to the toilet less.
So your body's absorbing a lot more of it.
I'm either absorbing a lot more or I'm sweating a hell of a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, quetiapine is a funny drug. Not funny, ha. Sorry. But
Does it jump out of the
quetiapine,
bottle with a top hat and a cane and sing and dance to you?
I wish. I've never actually
You
had
take enough of it, Mike.
quetiapine. Never had it, but I know it can be a bit of a nasty drug.
I've heard some unusual things about it.
I say, Mel, definitely take extra water with you. And I mean, honestly, I grab yourself. If you don't have a hat, something that's got a longer brim to it, something to just keep the sun off of you, because it's gonna get bad being outside working in the garden.
No, Martin, not at all. You've got the more scientifically based way of looking at it.
So yeah, we're all anecdotal.
So I can only say how it makes me feel, or how Bill says how he feels. You've got like the evidence of the background, so that makes a difference. That and you know, so I think it's interesting that it.
I say apparently Lisa's had a hell of a day. So look at her roller coaster of a chart she just sent us.
That's not a good day.
No.
That would be quite a good baseline for a speaker.
Yeah,
Lisa, are you sure you're getting your actual results and Lee's not just doing riffs next to you too close and is breathing that?
Could be.
Yeah, the trouble is though that 12 to 15 kilohertz you can't hear.
I don't think you can sure as hell felt on 12 to 15 kilohertz.
Yeah, but up to 6 kilohertz.
And the women's favourite number, 33 kilohertz. Do you know why 33 kilohertz is important, Tyler, for women? Now,
I have an idea. Isn't a certain like vibration level that hits a certain
base
frequency
level at 33 kilohertz, and I can confirm it does cause certain effects to the ladies.
No, it's not 33 kilohertz, it's 33 hertz.
Yeah, 33 hertz.
And yes, it does.
I say, is that why you see those guys that have the souped up trucks with the bulletproof windows, the bass systems, and the girls also in their faces turn kind of funny colors at a certain frequency?
That's the one, Lee, the brown note.
It also works from the point of view of acupressure.
Yes, I have got a very shiny forehead. You're right, bud.
Matt, dim the lights. You're shining off a beacon to space.
Get it right. I can dazzle people on camera. Huh?
All right, contest. Craig, you angle your head. Matt, you angle your head. We'll see what happens.
Blue moon.
Yeah, Craig might win. He's actually, the whole screen's kind of going off white balance from that.
Yeah, I don't think people drink enough fluids. That's for sure.
No, Lee, that's a black and blue mark shaped like a bat.
No, she hasn't hit me for a while. To be fair.
Oh, an update tomorrow morning. I feel like you just got yourself in car.
No, she's asleep. Well, she meant to be asleep.
Come running in like Bam Bam.
Oh, don't. She's been very sarcastic this lately.
Oh, yeah? I wonder where she gets that from,
I
Matt.
wonder where she got that
Hmm.
Not just me.
Has the word, gobshite and wanker come out of her mouth extra this week, Matt? Or
Oh no, what a personal disaster.
Oh, see, she's awake right now. All right, Alana, send her in.
No,
arm the girl first.
You trying to get us banned?
No, I'm trying to get you abused.
You've got the
I can't do it from here, so send in the troops.
hey, be careful because that works both ways. True, Martin. True.
I'll say, shoot, my kids have been on summer holiday for what, going on 3 weeks now? 2-3 weeks?
And they're still alive.
Barely. I mean, and that's not by my doing. That's them on each other trying to,
I'm sorry, but 9 weeks off is too long.
No, trust me. Over here, it's 3 months.
Right. So Gwendolyn breaks up on Tuesday. Alana breaks down on Wednesday.
I think she's already
Mac broke last Monday.
I think she's already had the breakdown, but yeah. Mind you, Gwendolyn has done a few funny things the other day. A gran keeps losing her glasses, her phone, and everything. And the other day, you know how Nana's talk to grandkids? She went, "Oh, Nana's found her glasses." And Gwendolyn went, "Yeah." She went, "Yeah, they were in my blue coat that I don't wear very much." And Gwendolyn looked at her and she went, "Ah, you should have looked there then, shouldn't you?" I just wandered off.
That's it. I know how she does too. She'll make her comment and just walk off like she didn't even say anything. Where you sit there thinking to yourself, like, that kid really just say that to me?
It's one. Oh, it was a bank card, was it? It's one of those like I've said my piece. Might drop.
I'm here to cause the shitstorm. I have, and I'm going.
Oh yeah, she definitely that is me, I suppose. Yeah.
See, that's the thing, Martin. You guys get another 10 weeks off during. I'd have to actually add up all of because there's national holidays the kids get off. You've got days they get off when there's teacher in service days, which basically means teachers are going to be there doing paperwork shit and bullshitting. So the kids have the day off. You've got, winter break. You've got summer break. You've got just
broken legs,
snow days, anything like that. If the heat's too high, I've had my kids get called off school because the internet goes out.
No,
if the network goes down, they'll cancel school. If the air conditioner goes off, if the heating goes off certain times a year, all that.
We get all that here, right? When I went to school, and when Lee and all of us went to school, unless it was like 6 feet of snow, you still went to fucking school.
Well, see, it depends where you live here, though. Like in Ohio, you can have a good foot or so of snow, and the only time they'll cancel school is if, like my kid's school here, they'll cancel that one easier, but that's because 90% of the kids walk to school.
No, we'd get the odd 2 or 3 days in winter because our school was heated with coal-fired boilers, and of course,
they'll get that shit. Sometimes they get
the minus strikes in the 70s was ridiculous.
Yeah.
These kids will, on certain years, get so many days off for winter for this reason or that reason. They're only allotted so many days a year, where they'll extend the end of the school year to make up the days they gave them off during the year.
Yeah,
that may be true. They might have been approved, but
look, if we did get 2 or 3 days off because the boilers were down or something like that, we were expected to do our schoolwork at home.
Yeah, see, they didn't do any of that. We just had a day off.
No, we did because we all had most of our textbooks, and it's like you get back in after the unexpected break and go, "Did you read this?" No. Well, you should have done.
No. What kills
Why
me now?
didn't you?
My kids will come home and
Having
talk
too
about
much football breaks.
my kids talk about like the tablets and everything they use that has most of their school books and everything that on. It's like, do you not realize that we even in like 5th and 6th grade had a book bag full of enough textbooks to be a bodybuilder with the amount of weight that was in it that we were expected to carry all day, every day between every class, and you guys have one little tablet. So I remember having to wrap school books in brown paper grocery bags to protect the covers.
I had one of those big Adidas sports bags, and it was full of books.
Yeah, look, you got to feel sorry for Lisa having to walk to school in a skirt in 2 feet of snow.
Oh,
That
that
gives you a chill. That gives you a chill in places that you really shouldn't have a chill.
I remember at my school, because they tried to enforce the skirts only rule, all the lads decided to join in, so we were all wearing skirts to school.
I bet you they changed that rule real quick.
Yeah, they did.
No, good on you guys though for standing up for the girls at the school who didn't want to wear skirts all the time.
Yeah.
And then in Scotland, Craig was wearing a skirt all the time. I mean, a kilt all the time.
But his had pockets.
Not have pockets. You've got a sporran at the front.
Sporran.
Is that a separate piece?
Hanging off the sporran.
In summertime, he had a sweaty sporran.
The bad part is it was scratching his ankles.
Thank you, Alana. I'm a big boy. I can handle it.
Alana, if you had seen last week the amount of abuse he was getting from his children, I think the rugby ball was probably the best part of last week.
Yeah.
But just to go back, yeah, if you're diabetic, storing your insulin can be a problem. Because
You're right, Mark. I don't want to know.
You've got to either keep it in a case to protect it from the worst of the heat, or you've got to store it in the fridge. Even the insulin you've got in use.
Yeah.
The problem is, straight out of the fridge, an injection stings because it's too cold.
Oh, and then it hit your vein. Yeah.
No, you don't. No, it's injected under your skin.
Is it just under the skin? It's not a direct. Okay. But either way, the muscle and everything else is going to constrict from that cold, and it's probably not going to feel great.
It can sting when it's straight out of the fridge. I know when I have a change, I always take the pen or change the refill over.
Thank you, Steve.
Yeah, you know what, Steve? I'll give you that one. Okay. That was inventive.
Steve,
Yes, but there's also a drawback. There is also a drawback. People have a tendency of not putting some deodorant on if they're being,
Yeah.
That's that problem of why do it smell like a fish market? I'm not in the fish market.
Public places,
No.
public places and people. Hot weather.
No. The worst one, the fucking worst one is this is not supposed to be whatever. It's usually women that have a larger chest area, but it'll be days like this where it's ridiculously hot out, and they'll go to pay for something at a shop, and they'll pull their money out of their fucking cleavage, soaking, wet, dripping. Here you go. They don't want it. No one wants your sweaty boob money.
Don't put your money there then, Tyler.
where do you put your money then, Tyler?
Tyler can actually trap his wallet under his.
I can tell you, Bill, I've never tried, bud.
That's a good sweat. Well, yeah.
No, I lost too much weight. I ain't got nothing to do no more.
The funniest thing had to be going out with Nine. When she was wearing a corset, she put all her change down the gap in the corset. At the end of the night, she'd take a corset off, and it'd be about 30 quid in change and £5 notes fall out on the floor, and she ended the corset.
Like a wedding.
And
Like
I said,
a
Bill,
wedding.
it's my birthday.
Like a wedding scramble.
Why do I got? I've just got this this thing in my head of picking 9 up and shaking her upside down till all the change falls out.
No, you go out for a night, like, man, I knew I forgot something. I forgot money for the meter. 9, come here.
No, the best one was going out with 9 on a night out, and her party piece when she was fully corseted up was drinking a pint of Guinness with no hands.
I figured that one.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad place if you were a pint of Guinness to be stuck, is it?
You know?
Well, no, true. Well, it's like
Not the extra cold one, thank you.
yeah. Another friend of mine though was another well-endowed woman,
Okay, Bob.
and she used to
All right, Lana.
she used to keep a signal lighted in her bra. I was always nicking fags off her.
Now, were you asking for it and asking her hand to, or were you just kind of helping yourself?
No. The trouble was, there's me there. I'm working on the door, stewarding with a mate called Steve. Now, Steve's very married. He used to get really pissed off as I stuck my hand straight into her and grabbed a lighter or grabbed her cigs.
I have a feeling every now and then you grab the wrong side of the hand.
No, I always meant to do what I did.
Well, I meant for the grabbing of the lighter, but you know.
Yeah, the trouble was when the lighter went underneath.
Mm.
Come on, you bastard.
Steve used to get really jealous that he didn't smoke.
All of Tyler's girlfriends have kept their pipes there.
I know you're referring to that stupid raccoon video too. I know you are, you bastard. The meth pipe raccoon. I'll tell you, that video wedding service was one of the funniest things I ever saw. Mind you, of course, it being in Ohio. Guy goes over, why do all her windows have chicken wire and metal bars? Opens door. There's a raccoon. And he's her meth pipe.
I mean, why is it every time I go online and I have one of my little spates of looking up, like about serial killers, or I want to watch something like that, I keep finding videos and they're based in Ohio. It's like Ohio is full of serial killers.
Yeah.
There is something wrong with your state. Seriously, there's something wrong with it. Serial killers, crackheads, the amount of child abuse cases, and I'm not on about, I'm not laughing at those, but serious, like people who kept kids in fucking basements and locked up for 20 years type stuff.
Like the Fritzl case in Germany.
That as well. But I didn't want to say it. Especially when he's not there.
Oh man, I can't stand it. If my pen's straight out of the fridge, it hurts too much. It stings like fuck. At least if it's warmed up a little bit, it's not too bad.
Did you, saying that, Martin, did you know that the Amish actually make their own spirit? They actually make an alcohol. The Amish do make their own alcohol, apparently. I was looking this up. It's going to be a rudimentary alcohol, obviously, but
it's probably a sweet corn spirit.
No, I think what it is essentially a kind of mead, from what I could see.
I know they do make a proper cider as well.
We need to get Tyler to put his picture when he does this. We need to get the picture as like the proper Amish or Tyler in an Amish hat.
With a sticker stroke out the corner of his mouth.
Well, you'd think that, Martin, but if you actually look it up, and you're right, obviously there were Puritans, and Quakers, but a lot of them were Dutch, the Dutch and German and that type of thing. So there is a history of beer making in there.
Yeah.
So I think I just find the whole Amish thing a little bit weird.
I think there are things that are hidden from the outside world.
I mean, I have read and seen things about the Amish people of them being a little bit sort of abusing small communities type stuff.
Yeah.
Now, whether that's a segregated small community thing, don't know. I don't know enough about the Amish to really say, but
I know they normally they do have a piss up when they put a barn or something up. Because they have to break bread to celebrate the fact.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when they break bread, they drink. I think it's one of the few times they're actually allowed to drink.
Does that apply?
It's probably not a good idea doing it halfway through the build.
That would be British builders. Halfway through and get pissed.
Halfway through, get absolutely wrecked.
Well, the first bit of this brick course is lovely. I mean, it's spot on. But what the fuck happened to the top half?
Yeah, I know the herringbone pattern looks very nice, but it's not what we asked for.
I did see something the other day. I've been watching a lot of the Americans react to British and English stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I've got on to the Americans react to like the Irish videos. And they were doing dry stone walling the way the Irish do the dry stone walling, which is no different to how it's been done in Yorkshire and the rest of the world for rest of the country. It's geometrical pieces that fit together to make a dry stone wall. A very skilled job. And this fucking dopey fucking American, he's back. was going on about, well, it'll just fall down. It's like, no. We've got walls that go back thousands of years.
What you do, Matt, is you tell them to go to a proper made arch and pull the keystone out and see what happens.
No, what you do is you get them to come over.
They gotta stand under.
You come over here and see if you can push a dry stone wall over.
Oh, good luck. Built properly, like actually built properly and set together at the right. Oh, you're not moving that.
All the walls around my house are dry stone walls.
I only have to go about 400 yards and there's dry stone walls starting. Because they're all over the place, all over Yorkshire.
What?
Nothing.
I don't like when you tell me nothing, because usually it involves you guys taking the piss out of me again. Somebody AI something. Martin, what'd you do?
What do you mean AI? It's all right, Martin. He hasn't found the camera yet.
So going in the house checking.
I simply commented that when you go offline and put up your picture, your little picture comes up, you need a picture to go in there.
Yeah.
I
You
didn't
don't have
say-
you don't have the ability to put that picture in there, do you? Because I don't want you paying.
Could have.
I think this would make a really good picture for when you go offline. Now tell me, is that or right? We'll get from the people.
No, I
watching,
guarantee you that I've got family somewhere that looks like
That,
is that not a good picture for Tyler? That I'm sorry, Tyler,
that.
but
That actually doesn't look bad. I'll give you that one. It could have been a lot worse.
that is perfect.
That I would actually probably use.
Yeah. We'll just set it up as your
that
screensaver.
I'm gonna have to.
season's greetings. That's
Hey,
a
Mark.
proper Christmas card picture.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Used
I
to
am
have
sorry.
season's greetings on it.
But that would be perfect. Because as much as everyone takes a piss at you, you click on that comes up. That's brilliant.
You know what? That actually will be perfect. Every time you make the proper Amish comment, leave my mic on and just turn the camera off and just have the Amish man staring at you.
Yeah.
Nice one, Martin. Thank you, mate.
Watching the Yanks commentating on most things anywhere in Europe, they're fucking clueless.
But you know what though? It kind of goes both ways. Now the World Cup's over here, and I've seen so many Europeans coming over here for the first time. Dude, some of the videos people are making being like, would you believe that this and that? And it's like, yeah. Like they took a guy from around where you're at, Bill, and took him into like a CVS pharmacy. And he's like, why is there a whole liquor section? It's a pharmacy. It's like, yeah, there's a liquor section in every pharmacy in the US.
No, we have supermarkets and off licenses.
You don't have
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, we have supermarkets that have full bars built into them.
Oh yeah, we have one of those.
So you can have a drink while you're waiting for your prescription to be filled.
Right.
We have you not seen Lidl?
Okay.
Is it Lidl or Aldi now have a pub in it?
Do they really?
Yeah, didn't you see the punch shop the other day?
An
They'd
Aldi pub. Is that a
they've been-
Lidl or a
No, I didn't. No, I got to see this.
It's Lidl or Aldi, one of the two. They'd been open an hour and there was a punch shop.
I want the last honey baked ham.
Lidl, thank you, Michael. Anyway, Michael, where the fuck were you last week? Are you all right, mate?
I say, yeah, especially with the heat and everything. Mike, how you doing, man? You already seem to naturally melt a little bit as you get tired. So with the heat, we figured we'd check in.
Ah, that's fair enough.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
buddy.
Yeah, fair
As
deal.
long as you're all right, that's the main thing, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wondered where you were. So, the fuck's that fucking idiot?
That's like I was saying earlier, Mike. And
Yeah.
I know you guys had it worse than we have so far this year. And like Bill said, next month's gonna be really bad over there. Even next week over here is going to be damn near 100 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's going to suck.
They're threatening
Mm.
us hitting that here.
I'll say I looked up conversion because, you know, C is, I can generally translate it over, but exact numbers is easier to Google it, you know. That's what, about
Yep.
108 or so Fahrenheit at 42C. So yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, but our problem isn't the fact that it's hot. Okay, the heat I can deal with.
Well, dry heat's not a big deal. I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Humidity.
Yeah.
Mm. See, it's mid-20s this week down here.
It's mainly in the
Right.
south that has, to be honest, has got it worse. But those southerners deserve it.
I'll say right now here it's 28C.
What,
Bearing in
More
mind, it's nearly
south and east of me or southwest?
it's 28 here. At 9:30 at night.
Right.
You
It's only right 4:30 here.
Yeah. At 4:30.
I can believe that.
Oh, I quite believe it, Martin. Quite believe it.
I mean, is it any worse than the idiots fighting over toilet paper during COVID?
And you know
No.
we are going to get that. We are going to get that, Lee. They're going to bring a hose pipe ban in as usual.
Oh, for water use?
Yeah, where every time we get the sun comes out, the
Mm.
water boards are, it's going to be a drought. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing really well at the moment. There's only 2 reservoirs completely dry this week.
This week, yeah.
Sorry, you just reminded me. I actually wanted to go grab an extra fan after the show. I don't want to make sure the store's going to be open.
I wish it was only 17 in the here.
Do you know, it's actually here at the moment. I think I'm recovering from this week of just being overheated. I think
Yeah.
I've been dehydrated this week. Believe it or not, here at the moment it's 14.
The official temperature here is 19 at this minute right now. That is a long way from what it actually is.
16 it's saying
Go
here.
temperature.
No, it's 18 here. But the thermometer says
true, man.
it's 28.
Yeah, the thermometer on the thermostat said 25.7 the other day.
Yeah.
And that
See,
was
it's not
this
bad.
morning.
You're
Is that
61 right now.
The thermometer that's over on the hit 33.
I'm all right for a water supply, Martin, even if they turn my water off. I've only got to walk about 100 yards down to the side of the lake and get water out of there.
We'll hook you up with some pump, have it pump over to the house.
It's probably cleaner than in America.
I'll send Gwendolyn
Okay.
down. Send Gwendolyn
and it's
down with
probably
buckets of
cleaner than
water.
the tap water as well.
We can do a center with one bucket, sit down, bounce on your head, walk back.
Yeah. Give us something to do in the holidays.
I mean, just in case things get bad. Stay. I picked up something potentially useful. A water filter drinking bottle.
A good idea.
Mm.
Oh, so that's a really big mod. What'd you get this time?
This one only holds 700 ml. But if there's ever a problem with the water supply, it will deal with it.
Man, Bill, that color combo is funny. I don't know if I like orange and black together like that, man.
Yeah, but I'm from Hull. Hull
I mean-
City Nil was the alternative to rugby. But filtering the bottom of it, fill that bit with water,
I was saying you press it down, it filters through.
and you press it down, and it filters it.
Or the seal goes and you get covered in water when you press it.
Right? The O-ring slips.
Yeah.
You got plenty of BG. Move up your O-rings, bud.
Mm.
No, you're not. You're not. supposed
I'm
to
talking
rugby.
about the water bottle.
Yeah,
Bill's new
no.
penis pump.
I wish.
He said I
Well,
wouldn't even magnifying glass for the tweezers.
Thing is, one of those is a good idea, just in case there is ever a problem with the water supply.
Yeah. Well, I like that design better than the ones we have here, because the ones we have here have the cartridge that screws in right under the mouthpiece of it, and it filters it through that
Yeah.
way. At least that way it has pressure forcing it through the filter. So you don't drag more particulates out of it.
The thing is, these will clear. This will clear almost anything out of water, bacteria.
Oh, Bill, you got a visit coming up.
Mm.
Oh, excellent!
Well, they said they're coming over to Whitby. They didn't say they were coming to see you. So
Oh, fair enough.
Mm.
Well,
It's their choice.
Mhm.
Not been in the pie shop for years.
I say that's one thing. Ever since I started watching like my sugar intake and everything, I really don't eat sweets a whole hell of a lot. So when you go to like we did our cookout yesterday, it was half cookout, half like a birthday party for my sister and nephew and stuff. They're like, oh, we got 2 birthday cakes and this and that. And I'm like, I'm good. Like, what do you mean you're good? You're not gonna have cake? I'm like, well, no. A, I don't eat sugar like that. And B, you got cake that is literally full of so much food coloring that a dot of it would, dude. They were messing around. My niece and my sister always screw around on birthday cakes. One of them grabs a handful of icing and smacks the other one in the face. It happens every time there's a cake.
Yeah.
Tell you why, my niece took a dot of purple icing off the cake, hit my sister in the face with it. It was on her cheek for less than 2 minutes, and her skin was permanently stained purple for the rest of the day. There's that much food coloring in this fucking icing.
That's ridiculous. It really
Like
is.
it really stained her hands and stained her face.
But
And you're eating this shit.
I don't eat that shit.
Mm.
No, I meant
Right.
you're- as a
Right. As a country.
you're eating that shit.
Yeah.
And well, that's what makes me mad too. Like you've had obviously food coloring is slowly getting pushed out. You know, it's all natural colors start to slowly creep in. You have people, well, you know, like when the Doritos first did it, I went and got a bag. I haven't had Doritos in over a fucking decade. I wanted to see if the flavor was the same thing, you know, exact same flavor, okay, cool. The color was nowhere near neon orange. That's fine. I don't care what the color is. I want the taste to be what I want it to be, you know. And you got people, well, I don't see, you know, da da da. That's the point. Why was any of this besides, I understand cheaper, blah, 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 and we're trying to make it more. That's why it was so brightly colored, because it was horrible for you. And whether it was a kid, whether it was an adult that liked, you know, I'm sorry, we'll use this argument again. Adults like bright colors too, dumb people. Anyway, you use that and people go, oh, cool, that looks nice. I'll try that. It tastes good. Cool, awesome. But it's got so many chemicals and so much other shit in it. You're literally killing yourself.
Yeah, but the issue you've got in America is the advertising the way it's done. The same as we have here to a certain extent with food. Food advertising is really is not good.
See, I don't know about Red 50, Martin, but Red 40 is the full synthetic version, and that's one that I can't go anywhere near. Like, literally, I can't even have somebody, if somebody buys a regular bag of Doritos over here that has the Red 40 in it, and they sit there and eat those, and they're too close to me mid-conversation, I will actually get dizzy from that coming off their breath.
The thing is, Yellow 5 and Yellow 4 are both tartrazine based. Tartrazine causes hyperactivity.
Yep.
And people always ask me, because I get this question all the time when it comes to my kids, because they'll be like, well, what do you buy for your kid? You know, like my kids steal my pop all the time. They'll steal my, you know, my sodas and all that. I'm like, mine don't. But how'd you get them to not steal? How, you know, not want to take your stuff like when you're mid? You know, I said because
fucking.
Well, think about it this way: between all 3 of my kids, okay, you have an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 12-year-old. Put all their lives together, they probably, as a total, sip-wise, off of just like a sugar-free pop or like caffeine-free, like 7-Up or something, you know, maybe a dozen times in their entire lives, all 3 of them together. And they've never once been handed a full can of anything that wasn't like the kid sodas. Every now and then I'll buy those, you know, because those are all natural and stuff. That's not as big of a deal to me.
Well, yeah.
Well, I look at the ingredient list from the ones I buy. They're more expensive, but I do buy ones, and that's very, very rare.
Yeah, some of the kids' ones are horrendous.
Oh, absolutely.
Some.
But like Noah
some
wanted
of them
strawberry milk the other week, and so I went to get her a small bottle of strawberry milk from the gas station. The amount of shit that's in there that does not need to be there, the colorings and everything else, and preserved. It's strawberry milk, strawberry flavoring, milk. Put it in a bottle, put it in the fridge. You're done.
Yeah.
You know, but it's got a list that long of ingredients. You know, and she's like, "Well, I would like to get this more often." That's why you only get it like once every few weeks. The kids love slushies. Kids like ices and slushies. That's fine. but they're pure sugar and food coloring. So
Yeah.
you only well, they're like, why can't we each get one for ourselves? Because one of the large cups here, being America, think that's like was that a 42 ounce, 44 ounce slushy? That's more than enough for all three of you to split with the amount of sugar and food coloring to it. You know what I mean? So my kids don't get, I buy my kids each a large one, and then we buy them Starbucks. Like my sister does that. She'll buy her 10-year-old daughter Starbucks all the fucking time. I won't do that shit. I just won't.
Yeah.
I don't agree.
Yeah, a kid-sized drink in this country is between 200 and 300 milliliters.
Well, the sad part is the small drinks here at like fast food are still bigger than your, regular size drinks over there sometimes.
Yeah. And that is part of the problem in America.
Like, I'll admit, in the last like 15 years or so, it has gotten better. They have downsized. Like, they no longer have like the super size and all that, like McDonald's used to have. All that went away. They're down to just certain sizes. But remember, at its worst, like early 2000s, what was it? Like a 44 ounce was your average drink for McDonald's for the large drink over here, and it was like $2.
Yeah.
You don't need 44 ounces of Diet Coke, and then those people went back and refilled that thing at least twice.
That's 64 ounce.
Right.
So what we're talking, 44. That's there. That's exactly where my level is.
And imagine that much in soda.
And people were drinking that.
And no, not just that thing. That was the amount of liquid they were drinking with just the meal they bought at McDonald's. So you would sit down with a drink that size, have a burger and fries, maybe a couple burgers, depending on, whatever, right? But in that half hour, 45 minutes you were sitting down, you just killed that much of just pure sugar and chemicals and coloring and everything else.
Yeah, maxed out, that holds 3 pints. So that's 60 ounce.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like people always say, how do you get your kids to drink so much water? My kids enjoy water. They don't even ask for the flavoring packets very often because first of all, most of the packets have food coloring, so that's why I don't buy it. But my kids have gotten to the point they understand if they want something to drink, it's because they're thirsty. It's not because they want this sugary thing or that. Or we'll do sugary things. Well, I bought a container of Sunny D this week. That's a rarity in my house, but it's a nice, something different. But they're not allowed to have 4 glasses a day of it either. You can have a reasonable kid-sized glass.
Jay.
Hey, big news for you. G, with this hot weather, he's not your typical Scottish colour anymore. He's gone white.
I would say he turned to Buckfast color.
He's gone from your normal Scottish bluey white colour to white now, bordering on nearly tanning. A rare occurrence for Scottish
A
people.
very rare occurrence for a Scot.
I will now get abuse back for that one, I'm sure. But,
Yeah, his legs now look like milk bottles, not like blue bottles.
Oh no, that's all right. We've all heard the term farmer's tan, right?
I'm blind again.
One of the guys at work he works outside driving the forklift around all day. So obviously you're gonna have a certain tan line level from your t-shirt all day. The other day he went to go scratch his arm and he went like this and pulled his shirt way up. We all went like, he's like, what? I'm like, dude, you're whiter than my legs are that don't even see sun. I've never seen anybody this is pale, man. I've never seen anybody this pale. Like Casper had more tan.
I mean, in this country, most
it was worse.
Most men will have a tanned right arm.
Yeah.
Oh, the car window?
Especially bus drivers.
Yep.
Especially bus drivers.
Bus drivers, lorry drivers, any drivers.
Yeah.
Because it gets too hot, we all wind the window down and sit there and bake our arm.
Yep.
And you don't feel it baking because of the cold air running over it.
Oh, the worst was when you park the car in the sun, you get in, you roll your window down and put your arm right on that hot edge of the door. Realize how hot it is. Oh, yeah.
Like I said,
when you jump out when it's been at 28 degrees in Cornwall, and you get hit like you're getting off the plane because you got your lovely air conditioned van, and you have to turn it down because it's blowing right on your goalies.
There is a
You're
worse
getting
one than
this
that,
cold.
Ray. Have you got leather seats in your car?
No.
So that's why I don't have leather seats in my car, because I know what you're thinking.
You leave the car
I
park
don't as well.
in the sun and the leather heat's on. Now, I wear shorts pretty much.
I was gonna say the shorts are the worst. Yep.
Pretty much
Mhm.
99% of the year I'm in shorts. And you jump in the car and forget the seats are hot.
Mm.
The back of the leg, man.
The back of the legs.
And you sit there trying to pull your shorts down, like cover the seat, damn it.
Fuck.
Well, imagine that when you're a 8 or 9-year-old boy and you're in Wales with your parents for the summer holidays. And it was a red Mark II Escort my dad had with the vinyl seats.
Oh.
Painful. That was
Oh,
painful.
no, the pleather was a whole new level of burn.
I
I
can
was gonna-
feel
Yeah.
the pain.
That's one reason. First thing I did was put non-leather or leatherette seats into my
I'll tell you
car.
what. I'll tell you what, though. Obviously, this was years ago. They don't do this anymore, from what I can tell, anyway. But when they used to have the fabric seats, but the seam to them, they used to use that nice little strip of leather to line the seam to it, which
Yeah.
looked great until the only thing that got hot. Like the fabric was a little warm, but it was foam and fabric. It breathed, But that little strip of fucking leather was like oh yeah, burned the crap out of you.
Oh, mate, that's not. Oh, no.
Yeah, but I was looking at old like 90s stuff earlier with the kids and like old like 90s toys that we had growing up with. It's like, you realize that like from like early 70s up to like 2000, the kids' toys were literally designed to kill us.
Oh yeah.
Like you really look at some of this, at the very least, it was meant to hurt you pretty well.
No, not 90s toys, mate, were amateur. I'm sorry.
Well, health and safety had started by then, but it still hadn't had enough effect over here to make it truly safe.
When like we were all kids back in the 70s, yeah.
Let's see, you had lawn darts. I'll give you that. We just had
No,
plastic
no.
stuff that would smash into
Oh
your shit.
no. You
No,
want
we have-
dangerous. You want clackers.
Oh, the glass ones.
No, hard plastic ones.
I think there were glass ones at one point that would shatter if you weren't careful with them.
No, they were very hard plastic, and they would shatter
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
The best kids' toys, without a doubt, and it was an American company that did it.
All right. What do you got?
They did a science kit.
Oh, the one that had
yeah.
cyanide and shit in it, or whatever else it was.
It basically had what it was.
It had uranium and
It had
plutonium.
uranium.
Well, that's all right. No, so there was this toy I had as a kid, and I can never remember what it was called. Well, I was scrolling TikTok about it a couple weeks ago, and I actually saw like one of the throwback videos to old toys, and I found it because it was quite literal. They used some kind of like tin alloy that they gave you as like the material for it, but it was literally a smelting furnace
Yeah.
with a plastic shell with a whole smelter to the inside. We said these make minifigs and shit out of metal. I couldn't imagine why they gave that to like 8-year-olds and say, "Hey, go plug this in and go melt some metal, have some fun."
Oh yeah. The
We'll
other
see you
one,
later.
the other ones, the
It was
Americans.
great fun, though. I'll give you that.
I don't think we had it in this country, but we used to go to Canada a lot when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and I would have been about 5, 6, around that sort of age. And I remember our relatives in Canada, they got a bakery set, okay, a kid's bakery.
Oh,
set.
like the Easy Bake ovens
Oh.
with white.
And
Yeah.
it actually was a proper oven.
Oh, the old heating element ones.
The old heat.
Oh yeah.
These things, and they were giving it to like 6, 7-year-olds. This thing
That's why.
was made.
Remember, that's why the Easy Bake oven came out, because it was a light bulb heating element. That's why it came out.
This thing was actually the plastic. This was great. It was made of plastic, and it had on the top warning: may get hot. On
As
plastic,
signs for warping.
and the whole lot sort of contorting and melting. And this was given to children as a toy to play with, and you're thinking, I mean, obviously at the time, I'm just thinking, it's just a toy. But you think
Right.
back, and it's like, what the fuck? So,
I
no,
was like, same thing. Did you guys ever get sock and boppers over there? The inflatable, they're the inflatable punching gloves for kids.
Oh yeah. Well, we have similar, yeah.
Right, I saw the commercial for it again the other day. It said, like, I love watching old shows with my kids and let them learn about like what we grew up with. The tagline for this product was like, you could hit your brother and you know it's better than a pillow fight. Yeah, because you can full force punch him and knock him the fuck out still. And Mom didn't say anything because you left no marks.
No,
Like,
no, the best one was swing ball with the hard rubber ball.
oh,
The
No, I'll tell you-
the original swing ball wasn't a tennis ball.
No.
It was a
No, it
hard
wasn't.
ball.
And if you got bored
They
and
were
you
not-
really
they-
got pissed off, what you do is you'd pull it out the ground and then chase your mates around the garden with it, trying to whack them with a ball.
got
turned
bolo
into-
style.
It
Yeah,
basically
but if
turns
you're
into
playing
a
your mate and he pissed you off, you'd slam it as hard as you possibly could and try to get him in the head.
It turned into a mace from medieval England.
Yeah,
So I'll tell you what though. So we talk about like how health and safety has ruined the childhood experience, you know, with certain things. These kids, I went to Walmart yesterday, went shopping, and of course they have the giant like bicycle area, you know, all the kids' bikes. I didn't see a single kid's bike with foot pedals that weren't plastic. Man, what happened in the days of a solid steel pedal with fucking studs on it so it gripped your shoes that if you slipped your foot off that pedal and it came back around, you knew about it so bad?
Yeah,
Chunk of your shin was missing. You learned quick.
Yeah, I minced my shins more times than I care to remember.
Well, you had the pedals, and then of course when the Razor scooters came out, those things were vicious, man. Kids trying to spin the scooter around and wham, breaking ankles.
Yeah, but the thing was, I used to road race, so I always had rat traps on my pedals.
Yeah,
The trouble is, you put your foot in one side, you then have to set off and get your foot in the other side in time, or it goes straight into the other shin. You've got half a turn to get your foot in the other pedal.
you know, it's another thing that something I actually haven't seen in a long time is kids riding around with bike pegs and actually having the screw on like foot mounts for your back wheel and front wheel. I haven't seen kids use that in a long time.
No, you still get them here because you still get kids who stump BMX.
So we had them just so that we could literally give our mate a ride down the street. If you had to go down the store or something, hey, jump on the pegs, grab on the shoulders, and hold the fuck on. And of course, you did lovely speed traps and turns trying to throw them, but you know.
The shit we used to get up to as kids. Here's one for you, Bill. Do you actually, Craig might? Do you remember the pump action that had the cork in?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Right.
with the
And
string
you
and the cork in it.
It had a bit of string, so the cork could come out, but it wouldn't go anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
That never lasted because you used to just cut the bit of string off, and then
That
you
cork
could
actually
file
moved
it.
too. Yeah, if you actually got it in there seated tight enough, it actually would go.
The other day, Alana bought Gwendolyn a pump action one of those, which what are meant to be foam balls. Okay. Now I don't know what foam these were made out of, but I have
Dude,
a
I'll tell you, some of these Nerf shit, those foam balls are not soft.
I reckon this foam was actually designed for use as rubber balls in riot protection. Because getting hit in the head with one fucking hurts.
I mean, dude, Matt, I'll tell you what. I remember you used to like the airsoft guns and everything.
Yeah.
This is probably 2005 or so, somewhere around there. And mind you, back then, they weren't like super strong for the most part, but they had definitely upgraded from the early days of like the early 90s and 80s when they first, you know, little ones started coming out. Remember, I got one, and my dad sitting there messing with it. I'm like, be careful with that, you know. Oh, I know what I'm doing, you know. The old dad thing of don't question what I'm doing. I'm like, don't do it. He takes it, racks a BB into it. About that far from his hand, he puts the barrel of this pistol. I'm like, don't do it. Because he's like, oh, I used to put them flat to my hand as a kid and it didn't do anything. Okay, well, first off, a 2-inch gap and flat to your hand is going to hurt a hell of a lot more. because you're going to have the actual air to escape. You're going to get the velocity out of it. And B, the spring I have in that is not the spring that came into it, bud. That is a hardware store spring that I upgraded inside that fucking airsoft pistol. Racks that fucker. Bam. Son of a... I'm like, I told you probably shouldn't do that. But I had modded this gun enough that a buddy of mine, we used to do airsoft battles, and he had one of the battery-operated full automatic AKs. Where I had 2 single shots. So you're fighting for your life every bit through that battle, you know. Well, I had my targeted, I had mine sighted in properly. Dumb shit unloads, I hear the mag empty. So as soon as he obviously has to reload, I popped up, 1 shot, and I hit the fucking mag release. As he put the new mag in, I hit the mag release, drop, babies everywhere. Now you're screwed. 1 in each kneecap, and then the other 2 kind of crisscrossed and hit a center mass point, and he fell over. But
I'll tell you one of the best ones, though. You know the Nerf dart guns?
Yeah. Oh, no thumbtacks, Bill. No thumbtacks.
Yeah. It's a foam dart with a really soft piece of foam at the front. But if you take that front piece of foam off...
Well, no, the suction cup ones were the best ones because they had the hole behind them.
No. Because of the way they're glued together, if you take that soft bit of foam off the front, you've got a hard plastic plate.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Those stung.
Which stings somewhat. I know.
This is turning into a
son.
how to turn children's airsoft toys into lethal weapons.
Yeah. I mean, I remember one year I think both my brother and I got potato guns. And
Oh, I could go potato.
the proper metal potato gun, but they also had little rubber bullet things with them as well.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
How many times did you keep nicking your mum's spuds and then putting them back, and your mum ended up looking at the spud like, what the fuck's that?
Why is there a hole in it?
No, I think we were told to pack it in rather quickly.
The best one to use in a spud gun, though, was a melon. Because the rind of a melon is a lot harder than the potato.
Oh, I never thought about that. The one that I made years ago, I made it with only a 1-inch barrel on it. So that thing, I made it with industrial strength, like pipe parts. You could put PSI a little bit ridiculous on it. 1/2-inch thick piece, 3/4 inch piece of ply. From probably 20 yards away, it damn near went through the fucker with a potato.
In answer to your questioning, Martin, yes, you spelt Gwendolyn right. And why did Gwendolyn shoot me in the head? Because she's
Gwendolyn.
Because she's Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn.
Yes, Gwendolyn, yeah.
There is no excuse for why. She just did.
There might have been there's no excuse. There might have been a little persuasion of Alana. Hey, if you aim a little bit high, it'll hit him just right.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't intentionally. She's not that good a shot, but it was just one of a random fuck it. I'll just shoot them roughly there. That'll do.
I mean, this is a long while ago now because my boy was only 10 or so, 10 or 11. And me and Nine both had pro 6mm BBs. Slightly illegal. About 3 or 4 times the supposed velocity. But I also had a couple of legal BBs. So the 4 of us went up onto the moors. The only rule was, first person who actually goes for a headshot, that's the game finished. That's the afternoon over. Well, my lad decided it would be a good idea to take a headshot at me.
Ooh.
So that was the end of the afternoon.
It's ending for a soft target.
No, just a soft spot.
It's all right. Yeah, it's okay because after he'd done that, I did actually down him by kneecapping him with 3 fast shots straight at the knee. sideways.
I'll tell you what, though. So obviously, we had actual like fights with the airsoft BBs based on plastic. Before those, you had the old copper BBs, obviously, like the old copperhead. You know, mind you, we never shot those at each other, but we were never the smartest kids about what our target was and if it would ricochet back at you. We would just shoot trees, which was fine. But I still have a nice mark right there where when ricochet as a kid hit me dead center in the crease of my arm. There's still a little triangle mark to this day. Nothing beats my cousins trying to light an M100 with a eighth of an inch fuse on it, and there's 4 of them huddled in a circle trying to block the wind.
Yeah, but it's okay. I did a really good one. I took some Prometheus pellets with me to Hull Fair.
Weren't those ones you said would go through damn near anything?
Yes. I shut down the whole side of one side of Walton Street. As I shot out the power line of the generator that was behind the rifle range.
Oh, so it wasn't on purpose. It just went through your backstop.
But the Prometheus pellets went through the back of the rifle, took the target, through the back of the target, and took the fuel line off the generator.
Anybody else have that mental image of Bert from Tremors shooting through the building, through the back, through the engine block with the rifle? I didn't know. Okay, I didn't know.
Trouble was, I did know.
That's like you knew what those belts would do.
I'd fired a couple of the rifles to see which ones actually had any power before I used the Prometheus. And then when I found one that actually still had a decent spring, I put Prometheus in it. Straight through. The trouble is, those ranges, I've got a backline that's supposed to stop that happening.
Right.
The Prometheus went through it.
I still had a shooting range, Martin.
We used to use just like the copper, the round BBs for a long time, and then got a hold of a case of they were more expensive. We never really bought them, but they were probably cheaper versions of the pellets, Dude, those with the conical back end on them, the actual point to them fuckers moved and did a lot more than the coppers did. I mean, you expect why, but it was an impressive difference. You could probably squirrel hunt with pellets at that point if you had the right ones.
No, when I was in the Scouts, I took my marksman's badge, which meant going to the Sea Scouts and using their rifle range in 303 Lee Enfields.
Yeah. A marksman badge in the Scouts is the equivalent to the US Navy SEALs.
It meant you needed 4 out of 5 bulls. And all 5 had to be all 5 had to be in target, but 4 had to be bulls to get the marksman's badge. I got my marksman's badge. Took me 4 goes.
Yeah, but what distance?
I think that range was 100 meters. They had a long range.
That is a decent shot, though, especially to hit multiple on target that close. Yeah. I just remember we were shooting 22s, and I meant to pop the center out of a CD when I was 8 years old. There you go.
It was 100-meter range with the 5-roundel target.
Yeah.
You had to put 1 in each. And you had someone spotting you so that you couldn't, if you accidentally got it, because you'd got the bull, but were aiming for the wrong one, you had to sequentially make all 5 shots.
Yeah.
And I had a strange thing. For some reason, my second shot was never dead on. The other 4 spot on. My second shot was always off a little bit.
See, if you've been American, all 5 shots would have not been dead on.
No, they've been dead on. Right, and the guy that's supposed to be, helping his ass. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
they'd
That's
have been
what.
dead on the guy next to you.
American marksman. That's a contradiction in terms, isn't it?
Well, the scary part, I mean, don't get me wrong, there are certain guys that I've seen over the years, like special ops guys. They are really incredible shots, but they're not as often as, it makes it sound like there are. It makes me, this whole squad is a crack shot at, 1,000 yards, da-da-da. No, one of them is. The other ones just kind of shoot the gun and go, dang, I hit it. So,
I hate to say this, but who owns the world record for sniper shots?
It's a UK guy, isn't it? One of the special forces guys.
It's 22 SAS, the guy.
I'll tell you what, though. What was it? I mean, I can't remember how many years. It's been the last few years. That was when they had the Olympic shooting contest. I think it was a guy from Ukraine or wherever it was, came up and just so nonchalantly, no special equipment, didn't even close one eye, just went, meh. Mind you, one hand in his other pocket, didn't give a shit, had the best shot by far of everybody that went to that range that day.
Yeah. I can't think of his name. I can see his face, but I
can see his face too, but I can't remember what his name was.
It's a mile. It's a 1 3/4 shot.
Damn.
I know my uncle's made the mile shot.
Yeah, 1 3/4.
Yeah, he made a mile shot a few times.
I've actually seen the footage of that. The footage is out there of that.
So, speaking of, you guys know how Americans love to make firearms that are just not even used for like military action, just overkill for no reason.
The word you're looking for is pointless.
Matt, they made a 444 Marlin AK.
Yeah.
So you pull the trigger and the first shot goes randomly near the target. After that,
nowhere near.
Right.
Just a lot of noise and
pretty much sums up most of the American military. So I was watching a thing about some of the SAS squadrons going out with Americans, and this was from the point of view of the American Special Forces commander.
Oh, the retraining stuff?
On some of the declassifieds.
Yeah.
And they took a squadron in, and we sent 6 SAS.
Well, why would you need to send more?
We made the target before they'd even got out the barracks. And then the SAS turned around and goes, "You made so much fucking noise, we could have shot all of you."
Well, they did that. They did. It was I can't remember. It was one of the SEAL battalions went in Afghanistan and went in with their usual finesse of lots of helicopters and lots of equipment and fridges full of beer and ice cream and typical American army. Meanwhile, the SAS wandered in, walked in across the desert 20 miles, camped, dug into the natural surrounding area, planned the area, and waited for the Americans to turn up. The Americans, they knew they were going to fuck up because you'd been warned. Americans had been warned. And by the time the Americans landed, they were surrounded nearly instantly by the Afghan army. And it took, I think it was 12 SAS soldiers rescued the entire American force.
The entire infantry, yeah.
Because they were fucked.
Oh, they've done better ones than that. The SAS requested the latest intel from the US military for a mission. It was supposed to be a joint mission, but the US wouldn't release the intel. It was locked up in base command, ultra high security. The two SAS men walked in, got the intel from the office that was supposed to be high security
And walked out.
and walked out, having already been banned from anywhere near the base.
Yeah.
2 SAS men just walked in, took what they wanted, and walked out again and did the mission.
Right. Nobody noticed.
By the time the mission was finished, the Americans had realized that they'd just got the intel.
This is the problem. America works on mass. They work on, we've got like 10,000 troops to send in. Yeah, but they know you're coming.
And not even just that. You take 10,000 of these guys that aren't trained properly against a dozen guys that are highly trained. You're not that far off on abilities there, bud. I mean, the higher you can take out most of those high numbers pretty quickly.
The SAS have been doing this shit a fucking long time, and they know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the SAS say of the American military, all the gear and no idea.
Who do you think taught all of your special forces?
Yeah. All your special forces were trained by either SAS or SBS.
Well, yeah, that's who they brought in to train everybody for that point. For those higher ranking,
In fact, the Marines were better trained than all of your special forces.
Yeah, Royal Marine Commandos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Royal Marine Commandos were better trained than all of your special forces. To the point where the Royal Marine Commandos were banned from joint bases. They weren't allowed on base, and nor were the SAS. So they just walked in, get what they want, and go off and do the job.
Right.
The SAS.
They were supposed to be secure compounds.
Yeah.
The SAS are the scumbags of the British Army.
Oh, you look at them, they're the scruffiest bunch of nobodies on the planet. Because they will blend into their surroundings.
Yep.
Which is a key thing if you're actually properly trained to know how to do. I mean,
well, I wish
in Afghanistan, they'd go out and they'd spend 3 weeks with the local tribe.
Yeah.
Start dressing like the locals.
Yeah.
You'd spent the 3 weeks with them, which meant you couldn't smell them. Well, you probably could if you were American.
I remember seeing a video. There was a guy from, I think it was World War I or II. It was World War II. One of the few guys that are still like better ones that are still alive, And
I thought he was from World War I then.
That's right. That's why I changed. Right. And he said, he had a commander that they got into, like the wooded areas and everything. And they were going against the Viet Cong. They're like, all right, listen, you have to realize something. It's not just about the fact of what we're doing here and how we're doing it. He goes, everything we brought with us food-wise, you're not allowed to eat until we're out of the situation. And they were like, why can't we eat? So no, you can eat, but you're only allowed to eat the local food. He said, because I don't want us to be going through the woods. One of you have to use the bathroom, which is going to happen. And having somebody of a local that we don't want to interact with coming by, and they're going to smell that, and they're going to know by just the fact of what your diet is that you are not people that should be in that area. So he forced our group to only eat the local food. Is to tell you what, they had less casualties after that, simply because they were a lot more suspicious about it. You couldn't tell where they had been as much. Said most of the guys, however, were a little bit rough on the stomach the first week, but
And don't forget the SAS and Australian SAS were also in Vietnam anyway.
Right.
Not that America says they were, because they don't like to admit they were.
But look in the American history book and see how little anybody else was involved somehow.
I was going to say there are 3 cases for definite where the SAS went in, took hills, handed them over to America, who lost them, went back, took them again, handed them back to America, and lost them again. At which point they said, "You're on your own."
Yeah.
Because the SAS couldn't eat the American Special Forces couldn't even hold what should have been a secure post.
Well,
Right,
because
that had already been taken over.
the problem was the American attitude was all wrong. America looks on like the Vietnamese and the Koreans as stupid people.
I was going to say the same thing they do to any other major power in any kind of situation like that. They look at them as stupid, and
They're not. They're not. I can even tell you stories, and these are from my dad, who was in the army for 28 years, right? I still to this day tie my shoes a certain way.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, there's a reason I tie my boots that way. Partly because he taught me this way. And the reason you tie them that way in a military conflict, if you were in and this is where it came from, I mean, obviously not for me, but that's how Dad taught me, is because Gurkhas, the Royal Gurkha Regiment, would walk through the jungle quietly as you wouldn't know they're there, and they would walk up behind people, put their hand through vegetation and feel their laces and know which way they were laced. If they were laced the right way, they'd just walk away and you wouldn't even know they were there. If they were laced the wrong way, you'd get a cookery straight across the throat and they'd open up your windpipe.
And they would know that easily.
Because of the way the laces were tied.
Wow. It's all about the details and stuff like that, though.
There's some scary shit. And most of the Gurkha regiment are only little people. They're only probably the tallest ones are 5'4", 5'5", but by fuck, you would not want to fuck with those guys.
Right.
Well, Britain employed the Gurkhas for the simple reason we couldn't beat them.
Mm-hmm.
The best of the British Army in the late Victorian era and right up to the First World War could not beat the Gurkhas.
No, they couldn't.
At all. So instead, they hired the Gurkhas and got them to train people.
There is a way of telling if it's a sacred knife, Martin. I can tell you how to tell by looking at it. Because I have a couple of cookeries. It's quite simple. Also, if you pull a cookery from a scabbard, you should always draw blood before you put it back in. Get a good cookery in, and they are an awesome knife.
They are.
Brilliant knives.
Like, that's one of those blades I've always wanted to have as part of the collection, But over here, I mean, yeah, you can get them, but it's like most of them over here, they're knockoff versions. The steel's not proper. It's actually, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but they're not even particularly good steel, though, Tyler.
No.
Oh, like the originals?
The best place to order them from is you can order them from. There is actually a couple of sites that I know are proper Nepalese sites.
Oh, really?
The trouble is whether you'd be able to import it into America.
Well, it's true. I mean, I've got enough Nepalese neighbors. I can go ask one of them.
Yeah, and you'll probably get, if they've got a cookery, they'll probably tell you to
Right,
fuck off. But they might know where that they can get one from.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're not particularly good steel. The thing is how they're worked and work hardened.
Yeah. I mean, I've had a couple blades that were not actual cookeries, but they were close, But the problem is, being the ones that I had, they're not made right. You can tell by the weight of them. They're way too heavy the blade is way thicker than it should be. I mean, it's more of a mix of a Bowie and a kukri than an actual kukri.
A kukri should be nose heavy.
Yeah.
Right, but the whole thing shouldn't feel like a brick in your hand.
No.
It should be fluid and smooth, and the tip should be heavy enough so we actually can use that.
It should be a natural. If you're chopping, it should be a natural swing to it. If they're made properly.
I was going to say Michael now as well, because he's got.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Well.
No, Mike has really good knife recommendations, but my wallet doesn't like them.
Well, sell something that's not as important, like a child.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I got to download the app and go to this island.
I mean, you could.
A lot of my knives are only 14C28 steel, but they're properly hardened and tempered.
Yeah, with a proper beveled edge on them.
No, because I always change it to a convex edge anyway.
Oh, do you?
I always regrind them to a convex edge. They hold longer.
True, because you have more meat to the actual edge.
A concave edge is better for chopping.
It's better for fine cutting.
A convex knife is better. It just keeps that edge on it. It gives you a better.
Yeah.
Because you've got a supported edge.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Your edges, you don't have such a fine point to it. So you're not having all that edge wobble, especially if it's properly tempered steel.
Yeah.
But it's like I've just picked up a couple of knives for sea fishing. One of them is just a little.
Everyone else.
It's not as much fun. One of them's just a short filleting knife because I figured if I'm going to start sea fishing again, then I want a filleting knife, a decent filleting knife.
Oh, Martin, don't even get me started on the knife laws. I've got 3 knives within hand reach of. No, actually, I've got more than that. But I've got knives sat within reach of me right now. And I'd never ever use a knife on somebody.
Right.
No,
the issue is that the government are scared of people getting hold of knives. Right. Okay. The most dangerous knives that are out there are not the knives that people collect. They're the knives that people buy for their
the chef knife from the pound store. Exactly.
Okay, you can go and buy a cheap knife for £1 or $1, whichever. Which is far more dangerous because it's a kitchen knife. And if you really, really want to hurt somebody,
you don't need
just go and buy a serrated edge knife and stick a serrated edge knife in somebody.
Not even that. We talked about it. It doesn't even take a knife to stab somebody. The action of stabbing is not necessarily used by a blade.
No, it's pointless. It is, well, bit of a pun there, but not intentional. But
you're
I'm not going to be stabbing somebody with one of my knives.
Oh, absolutely.
No.
I don't want to.
I put enough effort in to keep my knives a certain way, keep the edge a certain way, and obviously buying high enough quality steel is what I want to use them for. I'm not going to stab somebody with it. Really?
One of my fishing knives is bright orange. I've got a bright orange, more standard utility knife. The reason being, it's bright orange, which you ain't going to use for stealth.
True, G. True.
Because you can't hide it. I can see the bloody thing, even though it's tucked behind a load of other fishing stuff. You can't miss it. It's literally fluorescent. And so's the sheath for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you're on a boat and you need a knife, you want something you can find easily.
Yeah.
One lady said that's a proper knife for the job. But he said you know, certain knives, obviously it's a locking blade, this and that. That's a safety issue if it's not when you're fishing.
Oh, talking about things that shouldn't be talked about. I see that the Anthrax album is now up on pre-release.
The whole thing?
Yep. The whole album is now on pre-release. You can order it now on Amazon.
But there's no date.
Yes, there is. It's September.
27, yeah?
Yeah. No, September this year. It's out. I might actually order it. Just because of all the shit I've given G, I think I'm going to have to order it. Just
now, if it's complete shit, are you going to pull a Jay Hayes and crush it or something, or what are you thinking?
Well, hit it with a hammer live on the show. Yeah.
Matt, why'd you buy a hydraulic press? Anthrax.
You'll see.
You could put a Shaun of the Dead and use it as a frisbee.
True.
Not that I would condone anyone doing anything like that to any vinyl at all.
Oh, I'm not buying it on vinyl. I'll buy it on CD.
Well, you could get one of those hand launchers and go play pigeon shooting with it if it's crap.
Hey,
Well, that's going to be difficult. I ain't got a shotgun.
that's why you go down to the club. Go down to the shooting club, use their shotgun.
They won't let me use a gun, mate. I'm banned from using one. I'm not allowed to use a firearm.
Not allowed a firearm.
You know.
I'm not allowed a firearm by law.
I had 2 shotguns and 2 air rifles and had to get rid of all of them.
And I have never been done with a firearms offence.
But
Again,
Plenty of other ones.
previous.
Plenty of other ones.
I'd never use
Yes,
a
officer,
firearm.
yes. Don't look in the boot, please.
I don't even go to that. But I've never used a firearm on a person. Well, possibly Andy Burnham, or I consider it, but
At least the backside of it, right?
Well,
that's it. You could put Andy Burnham and Keir Starmer on a clay pigeon firing thing, fire them up in the air and shoot them while they're flying through the air.
I mean, if you're going to do that, use a full-size trebuchet and see what kind of distance you can get.
yeah, we'll stick them in a trebuchet and use them as clay pigeon targets.
I've always wanted to try making a trebuchet.
Shotguns, flamethrowers only.
Make like a modern version of a trebuchet. Bring it a bit more up to date. You know.
No, better.
Yeah, we can do.
Go backwards and make an oversized scorpion.
I think the trebuchet is a very interesting, engineering-wise. It's very clever.
That's one of the things that I never took the time because I have nowhere to actually use it and actually have distance for shooting. But I've always wanted to build a decent trebuchet for years.
Thing is, are you going to use a cold rope trebuchet or a weighted trebuchet?
I'd probably go with I'd probably go with the rope version, for the simple matter that if you go with a more modern rope, you can get more energy from
So that's a good point. You would get a lot more tensile energy out of a more modern material.
Use a higher tensile strength.
No, some of the but if you've got a good quality hemp rope,
It's got the elasticity and stretch.
You won't have the stretch on a hemp rope that you have on a modern nylon rope.
Exactly.
I'm saying you're only going to have so much stretch, but it's got so much elasticity to it. Yeah.
I mean,
Nylon,
they were amazing weapons for their time. They really were.
but it was literally down to what you can store in hemp because it's got no elasticity.
And of course, it comes down to what wood you use. Although I would be inclined to make it, I would not use wood. I would end up using some form of steel.
I'll say it. I was thinking, obviously, it would be ridiculously like weight wise, but if you could use proper like I-beams,
And then
if
where
you could get hold of it, a good 4 square U.
Well, no, I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking use wood for the actual trebuchet, the swing part, because then you've got the whip in it. So either you would, because it's got that bend, it's got that slight bend in it. It gives you the whip. But for the actual base and everything is to use some form of steel.
Yeah.
there was no flex.
And to revive the actual point at the swing point is to actually use bearings instead. So it's got no, it's
no
pure,
drag.
pure, and just see, and then aim it at something like the Houses of Parliament.
That's a good idea.
I mean, medieval times they had, the chemical warfare of the dead bodies. We have certain politicians, we wouldn't have to make them dead bodies, just launch them. It's still a chemical weapon.
Here's the thing, and they've proven this. A traditional English longbow made of yew is still better than any modern material they can make a bow out of.
It is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you've got hardwood and sapwood, one has more tensile strength as a sprit on extension, the other's got more tensile strength on compression.
Wasn't it what they laminated in a certain pattern? That way,
you don't laminate it. You cut it from the right part of the tree.
Oh, okay. So I've seen them use yew wood on like American versions to laminate thinner sheets.
Yeah. No, if you do it right, you've got a single piece of yew.
To the natural
it has got heartwood and sapwood on it.
Where the limb of the tree on a yew tree, it's going to get techie now. On a yew tree, where the limb of the tree goes off to the next branch, you want that piece just where it comes out. Where it goes to that next branch, you want that piece.
Okay.
And you take that piece of branch. And it is why all churchyards, Henry VIII decreed that all churchyards will have yew trees in as a sacred tree for English bowmen.
It was for English bowmen.
That's why all churchyards will have yew trees in. And I did debate at one point cutting a yew tree down in the local churchyard, but I thought that might be pushing me luck a bit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but if you can find a good single length branch that is straight, you can take the branch out without it being too obvious.
Are you suggesting, Martin, that we fire victims throughout this
MMA? We don't know where he went anymore.
And
think of him and just one good whack.
Hey, do you realise Martin nearly got through the whole show without mentioning Vic?
Dude, he got to the last 5 minutes. I'll give him that much.
I'm impressed. That's good.
Yeah,
what's really impressive, Matt? He waited till the last 5 minutes, and you didn't say anything till just now.
No. Yeah, my new tablets are working wonders.
But an English longbow can be accurate to 400 meters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So proper bows. Oh yeah.
And can make shots of half a mile.
Yeah.
That is what made the English archers so deadly.
Well, especially when you had enough of them together where they could, volley over enough arrows. You couldn't really get away from that.
Talking of morons,
you could put a volley over half a mile. It didn't have to be an accurate shot. You'd have enough spread from 30 archers that you're going to cause havoc to the opposing side.
Whole area. Oh, yeah.
I cause havoc wherever I go.
Well, this is true.
We know.
Talking of morons, has anybody seen a price yet for Bogan's new mech?
Yeah,
I've
it's
seen,
got,
I've seen
We
an
talked about it a
updated
little bit.
yeah,
price, yeah.
right.
I have seen a revised price. It starts at $100, rising to $220, including
Something like
the tank and the skull decorations.
What a surprise, Martin. Of course, that man is so deluded, it is unbelievable.
I mean, I'm still not going to buy one, but 98 to 218 is a hell of a lot better than 999 to 1099.
I
$100.
still $100 is not
Forget-
expensive.
Like 100 is not that
Forget
bad.
who it
Buy
is.
one.
Forgetting it, who's making it, okay? Take the name off it.
Say the name, if the manufacturer, I don't mind. The name bothers me as well. Gobshite.
The issue is I think it's got his fucking crap all over it.
Well, that
Yeah.
Bogan's supposed to be engraved no matter what version you get.
So I couldn't have it because of that.
Fair enough.
If it said Mike Vapes on it, then I'd probably look at, and I'd still probably be, to be honest, I'd probably be, no. Because I don't really like mechs that are covered in, like, the name of the person.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, as far as the aesthetics go, the hammer finish, I don't mind the look of the mod itself in that. But I don't like all this branding. The stupid ass skull on top of it for the special edition looks ridiculous. And I'm sorry, I get the Swordfish did it. I don't really like the top fire contact for the fire bar. I'd rather be
No,
at the bottom.
I don't
I'd
trust
rather-
it.
That's
I
my
would
issue. I
rather
don't trust-
the bottom
you know.
fire. It is, yeah, but it is. You can lock the fire bar off.
Oh, can you still?
Yeah, but it's basically a Hyperion in
I would
reverse.
say it's got a Delaware ring or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, but it's still a Hyperion in reverse.
I just,
Like I could
Yeah.
spend pretty much the same amount and go get a Kennedy.
exactly.
Yeah. So
If I was going to buy anything, if it was going to be a choice between that and the Kennedy or a Hyperion, ooh,
For me, it'd be the Hyperion because
I mean,
I
For a
find
back-
bottom
Right.
bottom fires uncomfortable.
I think mine would probably be I'd go Hyperion. Partly
The
because I haven't got
Hyperion's a
one
good
yet.
the Hyperion's a good mod.
it is, and like I said, being that they use the Delaware midsection, it's extremely light, and it's about as small as you can get for a 21. I don't think
I
they could.
haven't got- I haven't got I have got. Oh, sorry, I've got a Kennedy. Just don't really need. I don't need another Kennedy.
Mm.
I didn't need 4 either, but you know what? Things happen.
But you know, yeah.
Well, yeah, he plagiarized the skull off the Misfits.
Exactly, Martin.
Yep.
You know,
And think about it this way too. Most people that use a mech that's going to be a side fire, you're going to spin that mod around your hand. Sometimes you're going to, palm fire. Sometimes you're going to finger fire, whatever, right? Now, for the guys that palm fire the bar, that skull, if you get that version, is going to be god awful uncomfortable, I would think.
oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Mhm.
But, I'd rather go for the Hyperion. Or for that.
See, I still want one of those. Those
Yeah.
are nice.
Yeah, I mean, mine's sat up there. I don't use it that much at the minute, but it's still sat there,
Mine's
and I'll
not
use it if I
anymore.
want to.
Yeah,
so-
but Matt, like you said, for the most part, you've got your Orion stuff now for your daily go-to. So it's
Yeah.
There
know.
is. It still works. It's still reliable. It still hits.
Mhm. Well, that's
I
why I'm
think-
doing my mechs anyway, because as long as you keep up with them, keep the polish on certain components proper, they're never going to, have an issue.
I mean, I'll be honest, mine could probably do with stripping down and a good clean because it's been sat there a little while. But
Yeah.
that's just me being a bit lazy and not being because I'm not using it.
See,
I
there's
haven't
a difference though, Matt. It's not something regular that you let sit for 3 years, that you go to put batteries in and it never turns back on. You let it go through, tear it down, like contacts, and it's going to work like you did when it was brand new.
Exactly. So I begrudge Bogan the money, to be perfectly honest.
I don't know how many idiots bought that fucker because it had Bogan's name on it at $1,000 price tag.
Oh, people will buy it. People will buy it. And that's fine. If you
No, but
want to
imagine how pissed you'd be if you spent $1,000 on that fucker and 2 weeks later it's $100.
all I want to go,
Serious emails to that company like, you better refund me $900 right now.
if I had the money, I'd go and buy one and slap a 007 build in it just to see
If it can handle it.
Because I don't reckon it'll be that good a quality. If you
I want
it,
to know how they pieced out on that pin system for the contact pin for the actual fire bar. Because if that component was cheaped out on, you're going to have a melting contact and all kinds of issues, especially on a gel build.
It's Bogan. He will have skimped out on it.
Bogan might.
So
yeah, but I don't think Thundercloud would have cheaped out. Let him cheap out on it that much.
True.
Yeah,
I think they had to a little bit. If the base model was only 100 US for a Bogan product, that doesn't really track very well. Because even when he had the RTAs come out, US price was still what, $55, $65 per RTA. Why is the mech only $100?
But the Hyperion's only the same money.
No, here's more than that because the Bogan mech is 100 US. The Hyperion minimum here from their site is 130.
Hyperion here is 85 quid.
See, it hasn't went down in price here yet.
Your
guys' prices go down a lot faster with bait gear than ours do.
Yeah, I can go to eSig1 now and buy a Hyperion for 85 quid.
Good. I'll give you my address in a minute. If you're going to go and buy... Oh, bugger. If you're going to buy the Hyperion, just go to Oscar.
Fair. I mean, I've seen some of the custom ones he's been doing for people. You know, the custom acrylic sleeve engraving. They're nice.
For what Oscar's work is top notch.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it really is.
That's exactly where it should be.
And he's also a really, really nice guy.
I mean, that's the thing. I've got an original Hyperion as well.
Yeah.
If you go to Oscar with an idea and speak to
him,
you could tell after the B2 came out, you could tell certain people did because they'd pop up with these custom engraved ones. I mean, given I know he can't offer all the custom engravings, to everybody, that's absurd. But some of these, they are beautifully done. I mean, they're not horribly deep engraved. They're not, a laser etch either. They look really good.
The thing is, those Hyperions, even the ones made by Thundercloud, the engraving is really good quality.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that. This one needs polished horribly. But, the engravings are actually very properly deep in set and cut. It does make
even on the pictures that they did, the engraving looks nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm actually probably going to get some paint and infill all the engravings on mine, but that's why I bought the plain engraved one.
You secretly want the Bogan one, don't you?
Oh, yeah, neon pink with that RTA that I'm dying to have.
I have exactly
so
this much desire going from my fingertips, not from the outside edge of my fingers.
Oh, there you go, Matt. Go buy yourself the mod. Go get you the RTA. Put a nice, 006, 007 in it and see how well the insulators hold up.
Yeah, what is this? A new Bogan RTA then that we've done?
Oh no, this is the Pro that he just released, like 3-4 months ago, whatever it was, maybe 6 months ago.
Well, that's just a copy anyway
of one of Mike Vape's tanks, exactly.
Yeah,
and then in the little airflow food thing that he did, I was trying to figure out where that came from. If you look at the Troll RTA, it had the replaceable airflow inserts like that. Same idea. It had that trough under the coils.
It's everything that Bogan does is a rip-off.
Exactly, Martin. Oscar's stuff is, yeah, it is nice. It really is. And like I say, Oscar, I've talked to Oscar in messages and stuff, and he's such a nice guy to talk to. He really is. Oh, shit. Must be the end of the show about coconut custard again.
Funny enough, it actually is.
Strange that, isn't it?
Matt doesn't look at the timer anymore on the clock. He knows how much juice he has left.
Yeah, I can average it by the juice level. Go on then, do your goodbyes.
I'm just going to wait a minute because I want to see what happens.
It must be Tyler's turn.
It is this week. All right. Well, I hope everybody had a good week and has a good week this next one. Like we've all talked about, the heat is going to just keep getting worse for everybody. Do what you got to do, whether it's more water, try to get some aircon going or whatever. Just health-wise, medication-wise, be careful. You know. But past that, you guys know where we are if you need us. Anybody struggling, feel free to reach out. It's not burden on anybody. So have a good week and Bill, say goodbyes, bud.
Yeah, cheers, Tyler. By the way, the reach out includes you dozy git.
It hasn't been just bullshit lately. I've actually been busy. I've actually been busy.
This is good, this. I can adjust Tyler's volume.
But no, I hope everybody has a really good week. We actually managed to talk about what we planned this week.
Yeah.
Really?
Mostly, yeah.
Yeah. You know, groups there if you need us. It's there if you don't need us, but I'm sure Steve will come up with some more stupid stuff to post on there. Take care of yourselves, take care of your loved ones, take care of your family even. And over to you, Craig.
Yeah, cheers, Bill. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. As both Bill and Tyler have said, the group is in if anyone needs us. Hope everyone does have a good week. As we've said with this tonight's subject, make sure you stay hydrated, make sure you stick sun cream on, and keep in the shade if you can. Have a good week, everyone. We'll be back again next week, and I'll pass you on to Matt.
Oh, what have I done?
We're about to find out.
No, nothing. No, I've behaved semi-behaved this week.
Not what I heard.
It's been too hot to do anything more.
No, you got a rubber bullet to the head for your smart mouth, so I don't know.
No, that was last week. Right, yeah, same shit as normal. If anybody needs us, hit us up in the group or personal message, whichever. As for the heat, not a lot we can do about that. Hydration is the main thing. Especially with certain medications. If they're affecting you, especially with the heat, certain medications will affect people.
Well, and as well, if you're a vapor, please keep in mind that does dehydrate you along with everything else.
Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
If you're having trouble with your medications because of the heat, then it's worth probably getting hold of your doctor and asking, what should I do? What should I not do? But apart from that, yeah, we'll be back for some more waffle next week. But until then, yeah, hope everybody has a good week.
Yeah.
So for now, good night, people.